Hey yo Taurus, welcome. Adrian H. Nelson here for Adrian Great Life, and this is your general life guidance reading for April 2020. Okay, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascending for Taurus, as well as Venus for love, and Scorpio for Saturn. Sorry. Maybe there's something about Scorpio, who knows? We'll check in the reading. But Saturn for energy, abundance, flow, that type of stuff. Okay. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then also feel free to connect with me via Instagram as well as Facebook. I'm very active there, so if I'm not as active here, I'm very active there. Where I also go live on Facebook quite often, so actually drawing some cards for my beautiful amigos. Okay, so let's see what you've got for your general guidance reading here, Taurus. Kind of like a lot of looking at things in a different way. So I feel that it's interesting because I actually did Cancer just before this, and in a way it was not entirely the same, but a little bit like this, so you might want to go look at that. But let's just focus on you for now. So a lot of turning away from a lot of the ways that I feel that you've been wanting to do the right thing, okay, to kind of starting to listen more to kind of what you know to be the right thing for you. Okay, so let's see. It starts off with Four of Michael, which first of all calls you to silence. Okay, it calls you to a reconnection with the earth, which makes perfect sense because obviously you are an earth sign. But there's a call for a reconnection to the earth, to Gaia, to the flow, the fairy realm. Okay, needing to just sleep. Your soul is very tired. And when I say your soul is tired, what I mean is that, you know, you've been having this human experience, and you've been trying your best at it, you know, but it's been becoming quite draining. That is why sleep will be so good for you, meditation will be so good for you, taking quiet moments will be so good for you, because as you give your body the rest, that is how, you know, when your focus doesn't have to be so much on your body, because I feel that some of you might have been running the body dry. So when the focus doesn't have to be that much about that, because the body's just kind of rebalancing again, then your focus can move to like the matters of the soul. You know, what are the things that make your heart smile? What are the things that make you happy? Who are you really? I feel there's a lot of questions there at the core of who are you really? And for a lot of you, you don't actually know who you are. Okay? You might have an inkling of what makes you happy and kind of what gets you going around, and but it's more like a coping mechanism as opposed to actually deep soul happiness. Okay? Let's clarify there for you guys. But there's a deep healing taking place, and it really, it's amazing how it makes sense, because Earth is really going to the space where it is healing so deeply at the moment, that as the Earth obviously arises, you know, so do you. Did I show you guys the card? I don't know. There it is. Okay. And then for your clarifiers, I've got the Five of Wands, I've got the Star in reverse, I've got the King of Swords, and we've got the Five of Cups. Okay? So, Five of Wands, there is almost like a running around, almost like a sort of desperation, like I must still do this, and I must still do that, and I must still do that, and I must still do that, you know. Whereas on the other side, your actual need is, instead of trying to run towards things, it's a time for healing. I feel there's a lot of almost like old energy, you know, probably a lot of experiences that you had in your life that is so inside of you that it's almost like you're not quite sure which direction to head in, okay? And you're kind of like in survival mode instead of thriving mode, but life is giving you the opportunity to actually get into thriving mode as opposed to survival mode, okay? So it's time for you to kind of lay down the fight, knowing that you've done the best that you can do, and now it's time to move on. All right? And when I say it's time to move on, I mean it's time to take a rest, it's time to take a break. It's like your cup is not even half full. There's only a couple of drops inside. So it's time for you to almost be, like if you want to think of yourself almost being like a tank, it's very empty. So it's time for you to take a break, for your energy to come through. And it's almost like when rain falls from the sky, it falls into the gutters and it comes back into your tank, so it starts to fill up again. Okay? You need to be replenished. Don't worry about any sounds at the back. Let's stay with our message. Okay? And many of you feel that you can't do this. You feel like it's time to give up. Like you've tried your best, it didn't work out, can't do it, so just gonna give up. Okay? And the reason why many of you are in that mindset is because you are tired. So your soul is like, nah. Okay? But it's time to step into who you are. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I not prepared to be? Especially. Who do I want to be and who am I not prepared to be? Okay? It's like having that sort of like, almost like a forward laser focus. Okay? And to turn back from those things that didn't work. Turn away from those people that didn't work. Turn away from those situations that didn't work. All those disappointments, it's time to turn away from them. Because you're missing your opportunities. Okay? Because you're tired, your soul is tired. So it's time to rest, it's time to take a break, it's time to recuperate. If you don't, you're going to burn out. Okay? I feel many of you like on the stage where you go like, oh, just gone. Okay? And then look at what Michael's saying. Michael's the angel of healing, who's always there to support us. 7 of Michael. So you're not there, but you're going there because 8 is a number where everything is nice and flowy. Okay? There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. You know, review all details. So I feel a lot of you are kind of pulled into your shell because you felt like, you know, I tried so hard and I tried to do everything and I tried my best. But, you know, I think my best isn't good enough. So a lot of you've kind of pulled away. Whereas Taurus is a very, by default, Taurus understands nature, how nature works. And nature works in unison. Nature works in harmony. Nature exists in harmony. So when you're going to say, I'm going to go at it alone, it doesn't work out for you because it's not who you are. All right? You're trying to be something different from who you actually are. You're going against your own truth. And so circumstances are coming up that you might not enjoy, but there is life trying to communicate to you that this is not who you are. Okay? This is in direct opposition to who you actually are. And that is why you would have those sort of conditions, situations, whatever coming up. Okay? And I think it's so interesting because I realize now that I love wearing all my crystals, and at the moment I'm wearing these, but not the other ones that I would normally wear, like if you look at my other videos. So it's almost like In a little bit, it's almost like me being out of sync, you know? Readings work like that. You get into the flow of where you're going, which is amazing. Okay? So you want to rethink your plan of isolation maybe just a little bit. And when I say that, I don't mean that you must suddenly start surrounding yourself with all kinds of people, but don't be so closed off to letting the possibility of new people into your life, even if it's just online. Okay? Clarifying. The Hierophant, 5 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. Okay? So things are coming together. As you maybe take a more strict approach to life with yourself, things are starting to come together because a lot of you know what to do, but you don't actually want to do it. You're hesitant to take the steps. Okay? You don't really want to fight the fights and it doesn't work out again. So I feel that a lot of you are sort of in that space that everything isn't quite working out the way that you'd like it to work out. Sorry. Things are not really how you'd like them to be. But there's a bit of an energy here in the sense of almost like better the devil that you know. Which would be fine if you could roll with that. But the problem is you can't. Okay? Because you, as I'm saying, the pulling away doesn't work for you. It's not who you are. Okay? If it was, it wouldn't be a problem, but unfortunately it's not, or fortunately, however you want to look at it. So it's time for you to take that whole pile of stuff that is not working, and that pile of energy and emotions and, you know, all that stuff inside that is not working. It's time for you to take that whole pile of stuff, put it all together, put some gasoline on there, and just light the flame. It's time to let it go. It's time to forgive yourself for the things that you didn't know how to do, or maybe still don't know what to do. In almost kind of going, in a sense, almost going against your own grain. I feel that some of you have taken steps that you won't ordinarily take. And so you're kind of like in a little bit in a space where there's a bit of a blame game, but it's you blaming you. Okay? That's not going to get you anywhere. We only do what we know what to do at whichever point in time. You can't do more than you know. Okay? So apart from forgiving everybody else, I think it's really time for you to let go of almost blaming yourself for times when you felt that you should have acted better. Because you didn't know any better. It's fine. We can only do what we know how to do. Okay? And when you can do that, that is when things come together for you there. Okay? You by letting go of these stuck sort of energy emotions, that is how everything starts to come together for you. That is how you get more into that flow, unison type of vibe who you are. Okay? Things start to become better now. And then everything improves. Your health improves, your financial situation improves, the romance improves, the job improves. Suddenly your boss is not an idiot anymore. Suddenly your partner isn't an idiot anymore. Life isn't an idiot anymore. Shopkeeper, whoever, because you're different. Okay? So the energy you give out is different. There, Queen of Gabriel, letting you know in this gentle, gentle way, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, and the ability to attract helpful people, that ability to attract that tribe that you need. Yep, clarifying there with 7 of Pentacles. You see, little bit by little bit, things are starting to pay off. Even just changing your mindset, looking at this reading and saying, oh, maybe I can actually change, you know. That's already a start, and that you can even start focusing on other things there. Okay? Never underestimate the value of a small change. Okay? There we go. So what do you want your life to be? It's time for you to take charge, and the way that you take charge is by being open to, the new mindset, where you might have cut off before because you felt you were safeguarding yourself. Saying like, okay, so I did the best that I knew then, but that's not really me, so, let's tweak. And moving away from that, you see, moving away there with Five of Pentacles from that mindset, almost that lack mindset of like, it's never going to work out for me in any case. I can just as well give up. It's about moving away from that mindset. Oh, 3 cards, okay. So the High Priestess, 10 of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. If you want to work on anything right now, it's about working on your balance, okay? Getting all things flowing there. How do you get that balance? Letting go of the things, the past, forgiving yourself for the past. Acknowledging that the past is in the past. That is where your actual strength lies right now. If you're struggling with forgiveness or whatever, if you can acknowledge that the past is the past, if you can start there, look at that. The whole fleet of angels, universe, everything comes in to just assist you absolutely fantastically. Okay. Let's see what we can get for you for a motivational card here. So some really fantastic things could be happening for you, hey? Some amazing potential here. Kind of like on the other side of the coin. I know life can get us in a tiff sometimes, hey? It really, really can. But then, as I always say, and as I earlier said about the Cancer reading, I just said it in the Cancer reading as well. If you can get yourself into a situation you don't like, you can also get yourself out of it. That is the power of your thoughts. Okay? The energy that you give out. It's taking its time, eh? Haha. It's taking its time, but look at what it's letting you know. You'll find what you seek. Fantastic confirmation there. And if this is for you, accept it in your heart now. Okay? You'll find what you seek. Because what you're seeking for is seeking for you as well. Okay? And keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple. Okay? And then life will unfold beautifully and things will come together for you, and so it is. Perfect, Taurus. Thank you. That's all I got for you. And if it's for you, and if it's safe for you to relax, let's just foundation that into your heart, your mind, your soul, and to every part of your being. Take a nice deep breath in with me. And in your heart space, if whatever's for you, you just accept it there and release what is not for you. Nice deep breath in. Open your heart to the greatest good of all and release what is no longer serving you best. Thank you so much. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Your comments are always welcome. Let's connect on Facebook and on Instagram. The links are down below. Until next time, love and light. My name is Adrian H. Nelson. Namaste.